Just over a month ago, Firefall went into open beta, and well, I guess you've had a busy time since, James. But we're stopping by here to learn a little bit what the next stage of the beta is going to be like, and what players can expect to encounter as they move past the first month of open beta.
Yeah, it's been a really crazy summer for us, and we went into open beta on July 9th, and really the focus for our stage 1 of open beta was to stress our servers, scale up our user base, have more players participate, make sure that our backend is solid and stable, and also finalize some of the core mechanics like combat and progression and crafting. And we've been working very hard night and day to make progress towards those goals and to update the build regularly in beta, and have made a lot of progress. Just this week we made a big patch to beta that improved a lot of the stability, scalability things that we're focusing on. And now we're looking forward to stage 2. And we thought for Gamescom it would be really nice to share with everyone at home what our plans are and where we're going from here. And so open beta stage 2 is really all about giving players the experience and the option to reclaim Earth and to unlock the world. And that's been a big theme for us, a big part of the design for Firefall, and that is that players unite to shape the world, to shape the Earth, and to take back the world from the Chosen, and of course the Melding, which has engulfed nearly the entire planet. So we start with giving players Melding repulsors, and we've already done this in open beta right now. Players can go and power on repulsors to push back the Melding to gain access to hidden areas within the Melding. But the next and bigger step is to actually give players the ability to permanently build repulsors at different locations in the world that will permanently push back the Melding and give access to a brand new piece of the world. We refer to our new zones, as warfronts, to really reinforce that we are at war. This is mankind's last chance for survival against the Chosen and the Melding. And so we are at war, and we need people to unite. We need humans to pull together and to help push back the Melding and to reclaim Earth together. Mechanically, the way this will work will be the Accord, which is the human army, the military branch, will be issuing build requirements, requests for Melding repulsors at different locations. And it's really up to players to decide as a whole where we want to allocate our resources and our manpower and our efforts to build these large-scale repulsors, at which point we will actually expand the world immediately. We'll unlock new parts of Earth for the players to go and explore. This actually will feed directly into our development methodology, our approach to building the game. We will be directed by the players to start expanding the content that we're building behind the scenes in the direction that the players are building the repulsors. So players will literally be shaping the Earth, and this will be a permanent thing. To really celebrate those who have come before in helping to reclaim Earth and unlock the world, we will have a permanent leaderboard on each of these repulsors that will showcase all of the people, every single person who contributed to building that repulsor. So generations upon generations of gamers to come, years down the road, will be able to come back and kind of retell the story of when we expanded Diamond Head or when we pushed our way into Sargasso Sea, and see who participated in that experience.
Hopefully mankind will prevail and keep those areas.
And that is the goal. That is the hope. Of course, we want to also celebrate those who really contributed a lot. And so for the top contributor, we're going to actually erect a statue of the player in their battle frame in the area that has been unlocked and opened up. And underneath it, we'll have a plaque that will list out some of the top participants that fought the good fight and helped push back the Melding to take the war to the Chosen.
So that might actually be a good sort of motivation to pick an area that no one else is trying to expand. If you want that statue, maybe you want to...
Interesting idea there, perhaps, yes. Yeah.
So maybe you want to go to Antarctica?
Yeah, maybe. Bring your army, though. It's going to take some effort.
Yeah. One soldier is not an army. One.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have these 3 war fronts and you're expanding the game, but something that's interesting ahead, like when you start pushing back there, is that you actually get to see where the Chosen are sort of situated, where they come from, and sort of take the fight to them.
Absolutely. I mean, right now it's really unfair. The Chosen, they can live in the Melding and then emerge from the Melding and come attack us and then retreat into the Melding. And there's nothing we can do about it. Mankind can't go into the Melding without suffering great pain and suffering. So we're finally going to be able to push back the Melding and take the battle to them. We'll be able to go find Chosen fortresses, major Chosen bases, and have large-scale community events, player events at these fortresses. And again, to be able to have our heroes shine, those who really fought the good fight and really helped to establish a stronger foothold inside the Melding by fighting back the Chosen. All of this will build out these war fronts over time. As players build the repulsors, the world will expand, and it will expand in whatever direction players pick. And so it's really going to be fun to see what these zones end up looking like, what these war fronts end up evolving into. At some point, Red 5 will say, okay, this is the zone as large as we want it to be, and we'll culminate that war front with a story instance, a story-heavy instance, a 5-man instance that really kind of culminates the experience in Diamond Head or in Antarctica or wherever we might be, and also has story elements that have been influenced by player action. So really looking at how players have been playing through that war front, certain events that have happened, what has happened in the world, and really make sure that fuels the story. We want players shaping the world. We want players making this their game. And that's something that we're really looking forward to doing. That instance will be kind of the nice wrapper for that warfront, and it will also be a bit of a gateway to a subsequent warfront as we open up new melding pockets around the world.
And that's still to come. That's not stage 2 quite.
Still to come.
So another thing that you're bringing out is a new frame there for players to play around with. Can you tell us a little bit how that changes up the gameplay? Because the frames are really at the core of what the gameplay is all about.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Firefall is a class-based shooter, and really your class is defined by the equipment that you have on. And we really wanted early on, it was an important design goal for us to allow you to play all the classes, so you can switch your equipment at a battle frame station. And it really allows you to customize how you play based on what battle frame you choose and also what equipment you have installed in your battle frame. You can change out your weapons and your abilities. Maybe I want to be all about survivability, so I might put heavy plating on my battle frame, which gives me additional health, damage mitigation, or health regeneration. Or maybe I want to be really super fast, so I upgrade my servos and my jump jet so I can jump jet a lot faster and farther. It's really up to me to customize my battle frame to my play style. Introducing a new battle frame is a really exciting thing for a lot of people because it introduces a completely new way of playing, new abilities, a new weapon, new visuals, and a new role. Like, you really can take this battle frame into battle and in a different way than any other battle frame you can. We're introducing the Arsenal, and the Arsenal will be live very soon in the next beta patch. And to really celebrate the Arsenal and to welcome it into the family of battle frames, we're doing a couple cool things. We have Omnidyne, the corporation who designed and built the Arsenal battle frame, will be hosting a multi-day event down in Sunken Harbor in southern Coral Forest with daily missions where you run through these events and you'll get rewards, you'll get tokens that you can spend on special things, and to really give everyone a chance to play the Arsenal, you'll be able to try it out for free that entire period of time. And to really get the party started, we thought it'd be cool to give every player a 50% XP boost while playing the Arsenal frame during that first week.
Sounds a little bit like you're taking out a page out of a car dealer's book there, where like how you promote it.
It's funny you should mention that. Yeah.
You know, test drive.
It's funny you should mention that. We actually have always thought about battle frames as cars. Like, we even call where you go and customize your battle frame, we call it the garage. It's the battle frame garage. You know, like your bat cave. You go there and you have all your cool equipment, and you can go and really trick everything out. You can change the suspension, the engine, the exhaust. So yeah, very much like a car. And we even think about in terms of building the theme around it. Like, this is a model car. We should celebrate it. We should name it. We should have commercials for it, and really make a big deal about this new content for the game, this new combat experience.
And I think it's important to remind players that this is a beta and it's a changing thing, and you're sort of gauging what players' reaction. You told us a little bit about monetization, that you switched it around a little bit based on how people reacted to it once you went into
Absolutely. We believe very much in community-driven development. We listen to our community all the time. It's been very important to us from the very get-go. We are very close to our community. We play the game. All of us play the game very regularly. We have a really wonderful community team. We do surveys. We have our forums. So we're always open to feedback. We want to make the game the best that it can be, and for our players. One thing that we learned when we went to open beta, we introduced the beta starter pack. We retired our founders packs and introduced a beta starter pack. We thought that it would be a pretty nice package if we were to give battle frame tokens, which players could use to purchase battle frames. But what we kind of feel like happened, what we realized, was that players who had already been playing in closed beta mostly had all the battle frames they wanted to unlock, and new players hadn't yet played enough to really appreciate multiple frames. They didn't understand why they'd want to have multiple battle frames, because a lot of players are used to traditional MMOs where you have one class and that's all you need. So we made a bit of a mistake there, and that's okay. We got the feedback, and so we retired those packages, and now we have, we changed them, I should say. We modified it, so instead of battle frame tokens for the next week and a half until the end of the month, we decided to really make them a nice value package for in-game currency. So we discounted the $100 package down to $75 and have like $120 worth of in-game currency, plus a motorcycle, plus the ability to teleport back to town, plus a permanent XP boost, some visual upgrades, things like that. And then the $20 package gives you a bunch of red beans and some other perks as well.
And if we're gazing ahead a little bit even further ahead, you mentioned the word open world PvP. What's the status on that, and when can players expect that to be rolled out?
So we are working on it right now, and we're going to announce it more formally soon. This fall, we'll announce it. And our plan really is to have a very integrated development process with the community by giving our beta testers opportunities to do some tests with us. We'll do scheduled play tests of open world PvP and really iterate on it until we really get it solid, and we'll officially release that as a feature later on.
And open beta is almost like being launched, but we're still in beta. But do you have any sort of idea when you'll drop the beta label, or is that just going to be one day you figured it?
One day. Honestly, it's anyone can play the game right now, and because we're a free-to-play game, we're not like a console game or a boxed game where we need to do a bunch of marketing to convince everyone to drive down to the store and buy the game. We're a free game. So we'd rather focus more on people inviting their friends and more viral marketing opportunities. And really, the official launch, we're going to do it. It's important to us, but we don't have a schedule for it. It's more important that we iterate on the game and make sure that the core experience is solid and fun and engaging, and people want to keep coming back and playing more. And we'll continue to develop the game in that fashion.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.